Hi all, welcome to Capitalization Rules. In this video we're going to be talking about how to use capital letters, where do we use them, and why are they important. So let's get started. First, capitals. Capitals are uppercase letters. They are visual markers of importance in a sentence. Contrasted with lowercase letters, capitals mark something as unique or important. There are many rules that govern what should and should not be capitalized in a given sentence. First, starting a sentence. Capital letters are one way that readers are cued to the beginning of a new sentence. The first word in a new sentence is always capitalized, no matter what. John and Stacy went to the movies last night. Cacao beans are an important ingredient in chocolate. I enjoy bananas immensely. There is something about a Maryland tomato in July that is unique and wonderful. All of these things have a capital letter at the beginning. Capitals are not needed at the start of every independent thought, just at the beginning of a sentence. So clauses that begin after a semicolon or colon, but in the middle of a sentence, are not capitalized. An exception to this rule governs quoted sentences. Within a larger sentence, the question's initial word is also capitalized. Proper nouns. In the passage below, names of specific people or organizations are capitalized. This indicates that they are a unique entity. A proper noun is something that is individual and unique. There's only one of them. John and Stacy went to the movies last night with Peter, Jasmine, and Gabriella. John, Stacy, Peter, Jasmine, and Gabriella are all unique people and thus are capitalized. The Sloan Consortium is an online teaching association. The University of Missouri's basketball team is 24-3 this season. They were very successful. Students Against the Treacherous Use of Fur is an active organization on Balon College's campus. So you can see University of Missouri, Students Against the Treacherous Use of Fur, and Balon College, all capitalized. My cousin Juliet signed a contract with Polyphone Records. Her album Crosshairs and Spindles should be released this June. So Juliet, Polyphone Records, Crosshairs and Spindles as the title, and June are all unique things that are capitalized. The personal pronoun I. Pronoun I, when it's used as a word by itself, is always capitalized. There are no acceptable uses in formal writing for the lowercase I by itself, ever. In texting, in informal communications perhaps, but not in formal writing. I am tired of driving. Can you take over for a while? My mother was impressed by my performance, but I thought I could have done better. Cordelia and I went to the theater last night. We saw The King and I. So countries, cities, states, counties, and other specific geographical locations or features, again, based on the unique identity. We have to mark this as a capital. The United States of America, again, a specific country. Mexico sits to the south of the United States. Democratic Republic of Vietnam's capital is Hanoi, so the country and the city's name are capitalized. Generic places, however, not capitalized. So references to places or geographic features are not capitalized, just specific or unique references. We went down to the river yesterday and caught a couple of really nice catfish for dinner. River is a generic river, not specifically named. We went down to the Delaware River yesterday and caught a couple of really nice catfish for dinner. The Delaware River is a specifically named unique river, so thus it gets capitalized. Gods and deities. Specific names of gods and religions get capitalized. When the god is not specific, we do not capitalize it. God said, "Let there be light." Jesus transformed water into the wine at the wedding in Cana, according to the New Testament. Zeus was the ancient Greek god of lightning and storms. In the book, the human space traveler was worshipped as a god on the primitive planet on which she crashed. You can see in the Zeus example and in the human space traveler example, both God is lowercase because we're not talking about a specific God as it's referenced. And instead of God, Jesus, and Zeus being capitalized, they are specific names of specific gods. Titles. Literary and cultural works and job titles. Most often in titles, we capitalized every keyword. Jamie's favorite book when she was in college was The Remains of the Day by Katsuo Isuguro. Mira and Kendall went to see The Artist at the Bethesda Art Cinema on Wednesday. Overall, I thought that the television show The Mistake event was a bit disappointing. Mayor Carrie Stinson prays not to raise River City's taxes, but until she could bring more business back to the city. Professor Hill was just named Associate Dean of Academic Affairs at Point Park University. He used to be Assistant Dean. So, Mayor, Professor, Associate Dean, and Assistant Dean all get capitalized. Title case. Literary and cultural works, movies, books, TV shows, the initial and keywords of the title, generally the nouns, are capitalized. Days of Thunder was an almost laughably bad movie about NASCAR. Walking Through the Woods on a Snowy Evening is my cousin's favorite Robert Frost poem. I prefer Design. Some people argue that Bob Dylan's Blood on the Tracks is the best folk rock album ever made. So let's see if we can recognize and correct some errors in capitalization. Janet, in a fit of rage, demanded that Alexandra stop seeing her boyfriend. Is there anything here that's capitalized that should not be? Demanded is not a proper noun. There's no rule that says it should be capitalized, so we have to make it lowercase. Did you see my copy of 100 Years of Solitude? So what in this sentence is problematic? The of. It's not a key word. It is a little transition word, or a preposition rather, and it does not need to be capitalized. Bob was elected vice president of the Astronomy Association of America, but he turned down the job. We capitalized vice president and the Astronomy Association of America because it's a unique entity. Joshua is fluent in French, German, Russian, English, Spanish, and Hindi. So these are all specific languages. So they all get capitalization. My mom lives in Hazleton County in North Carolina. Okay, so remember, the county as part of Hazleton County is a proper name, so it would be capitalized as well. Battlestar Galactica was the best show on television for the 4 years it ran, or at least the best show on the Sci-Fi Network. So Battlestar Galactica is a title, and Sci-Fi Network is a proper noun, so they should be capitalized as well. Thank you. I hope this helped you understand capitalization.